You clicked on this video because you are probably stuck. It's been 3 months into 2025 and your New Year's motivation has worn out. And now you are depressed knowing that 3 months has passed by and you stayed in the exact same place. So you have 9 months left to make this year the year for you. 250 days to take the big leap to where you want to be, or at least propel you to the right direction to who you want to be. And that is my mission. If there's one thing, one tool that I want you to take with you in this journey of yours, it's principles. You don't lack discipline, you don't lack willpower, you lack principles. If you could follow these 3 principles in this video and consistently take action on it, it will change your outcome for the year. The first principle is to stop visualizing success. This advice may sound a little counterintuitive to the self-improvement community. I know I'm gonna get arguments for this, but please hear me out. You are not the hero. People like to promote this idea of having to visualize yourself as the main character who has everything he wants: looks, the money, the status, the woman, in order to attract those things into your real life. The idea that if you see success in your mind, one day you will achieve it is absolutely not true. Because whatever you visualize in your mind is far from reality. Try visualizing yourself achieving the biggest goals of your life. Everyone's cheering for you, you just made 10K a month, you're basically set for life. You buy a house, a big mansion with 6 swimming pools, living with your 3 friends, working on the same business. Visualizing all that probably felt very good, I know. But ask yourself this: when you actually hit 10K or whatever goals you have, will all that over-the-top scenarios actually happen? Who knows? When you actually achieve the dream, you might still be in your parents' house with no friends because no one wants to walk this journey with you. Ask yourself another question. When I visualize, I always think about the success. What about the journey? Do I ever think about that? Do I ever think about the obstacles that I have to face? Because success is quiet, it's peaceful. It's not all over the top like what you would expect. But the journey to get you there, that's chaos. Visualizing tends to put more emphasis on the good side rather than the bad side. And so, from what started as a tool for self-improvement became a coping mechanism to real life. It's much more nicer in your head when everything goes your way. So why not just stay inside your head for your whole life? Stop visualizing success. Instead, visualize progress. Use this tool how it's supposed to be used, as a reinforcement. Go do what you're supposed to do. Get that intense workout, that work that you've been pushing off for weeks. Get that first sales in your business. Record that first video. Only then can you boost your confidence and motivation by visualizing the progress that you will make from doing that action. Remember, execution and taking action is the best advice you will ever hear in self-improvement. The second principle is to stop thinking too much. Of course, I don't mean to completely turn off your brain, but what most people don't realize is that most of the things they think about isn't as helpful as it is. That's because overthinking is actually the route to procrastination. The only way to beat procrastination is to stop thinking. People who aren't achievers overthink about the difficulties of the task. Once they are faced with the challenges from work, the first thing that they think about is the pain in which they're going to feel right now. There's this thing in chemistry called an activation energy graph, where it's said that for a reaction to occur, there must be an initial energy input that has to reach the threshold before the reaction can take place. It's something along the lines like that. But the point is, the graph is also a great representation of facing challenging tasks in real life. During the initial point of starting your task, you will need to put in more energy to fight laziness. Get out of bed, open the computer, close all your tabs and your Instagram. Then opening your work platform, whether that be Notions, Teams, or emails, whatever. But once you have done all those things, and you are just left with the work at hand, the amount of energy required to continue the reaction, or in this case the work, reduces over time. Now you're in a flow of work because you cleared out all your distractions already. Your mind generates better ideas. You think faster, you take action, and eventually towards the end of the reaction, you are left with the product. That's the outcome of your hard work. If you could understand this simple theory, then you can understand that all that overthinking about how difficult a task is only the initial effort to jumpstart your body to get it flowing and working properly. Here's something that you can do right now. Get a pen and a notebook, not a paper. You will lose it eventually. Get a notebook that you can keep around you at all times. Write down a timetable for tomorrow. What are you going to do? For example, at 5 a.m., you're going to wake up, get ready. At 5:30, you're going to work on your business. At 7 a.m., train until 8 a.m., and so on. And within those sessions of training or working, write down specifically what you are going to do. For example, what are you going to train in those sessions? And for how many sets? How many reps? Write it down. And for work, what are you going to do? Whether that be learning a skill, focusing on a specific project, answering your emails, write it all down. And when tomorrow does come, all you have to do is follow what you promise yourself. Cut out all the decision you have to make from what you're going to do, what you're going to eat, and when you're going to eat. Cut it all out. Just take the action. So what should be in your plan? The right way to approach planning and to have the best result from it might not be what you think it is. A great plan for self-growth is not listing out 20 things that you want to do. The fact that you're watching this video probably means that you have a lot of ambitions and dreams. And let me be straight with you. It is possible to achieve all of them, no matter how hard it is. As long as your goals are logical, you as an individual can achieve them. But there's the thing that you will have to accept. If you spend your entire day consistently working on 20 things, no matter how consistent you are, you will never reach your goals in this lifetime. It's a tough truth that you have to accept. Even if you feel so productive doing so many things, at the end of the day, you just have bits and scraps of everything. Trying to do everything at once never works. This simple advice has been in the community for such a long time, and time after time it proves to be effective, yet so many people still choose to stay with their old ways of working. They believe that they can cram all their tasks into one day, because they think and believe that they are different. Who knows, you might even be one of these people. Just imagine waking up and already feeling overwhelmed by 20 things that you have to do. And when you start working, you can't even focus because you're so anxious about having to switch to your next task in another 15 minutes, and the next, and the next. And what's worse is that at the end of the day, you still have like 10 things that you haven't done. If that sounds similar to how you are living, here's something that I would like you to do right now. Use a notebook from the previous advice. Write down all your goals that you want to achieve in your lifetime. And not just any day-to-day ADHD goals that comes up randomly out of nowhere. Choose goals that have meaning to you. Goals that you just can't let go. Write it down in order from most important to least important. Now choose 3 to 4 of those most important goals in that list. That will be what you will try to achieve this year. Your energy, time, attention, and strength will be used to push through to achieve this mission of yours. And the rest of the dreams in your list, leave it out for now. You will eventually get there. That's about it. 3 principles to get you to where you want to be this year. Thank you.